system is. We use our skeletal system daily. Our hands and our legs are important as we use it daily. Today, I am going to tell you the importance and the reason why and how our hands and our legs move. The ulna is attached to the humerus with the help of the joint and nerves, while the radius is attached to the hand to move our wrist. So, the joint is put up by cartilage, and cartilage is a soft bone. It is present in our ears and our nose. Now, let me show you how much it moves.
Our body has a lot of bodies, and different joints in our body are pivotal joint, fixed joint, ball and socket joint, and hinge joint, and gliding joint. In this working model, so this is joint, humerus, ulna, and radius, and this is gliding joint. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yes, electric generators are different ways. Did you know about that? Electric generators are the flowing of water which is called hydroenergy, with the help of wind energy, with the help of the sun, solar energy, nuclear energy, chemical energy, and many more. Do you really think that flowing of water can make the energy flow? Yes, of course. Today, we know that how flowing of water can generate electricity. We all depend on electricity for a daily basis, for harming the computers, for work, traveling to sunlight, in the living room, and also using it. It all seems to be easy and simple. But have you ever thought about what makes up electricity and where does it come from? Now let's learn about it. What is hydroelectricity? Hydroelectric power or hydropower is the electricity produced by generators driven by turbines that convert the potential energy of fossil and water to mechanical energy. In the early 21st century, hydroelectric power was the most utilized form of renewable resource, and in the year 2019, it has accounted for more than 80% of world's total generation capacity. Now here are some facts about the hydroelectricity. India's first hydroelectric power plant was stationed on 10 November 1897 by Kairos Siemens, the acting lieutenant governor of India. It is located in Arya Tea Garden, West. In 1849, British American engineer James Francis developed the first modern turbine, the Francis turbine, which until now is the most utilized modern turbine in the world. Now, do you know how does the electricity moves? It passes through a lot of places, space, and networks. They include the power grid station, the transmission network, the transmitting substation, the receiver substation, the distribution network, and finally the consumers, which are the phones and offices. Now let's see how does the hydroelectric power plant work. Imagine this is a dam. The flowing water is directed at a turbine. The flowing water causes the turbine to rotate, which generates mechanical energy. This mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy, which is used by us. Now here are some advantages and disadvantages of the hydroelectric power plant. Advantages of hydroelectric power plant. More fuel is required, more air pollution, and also it prevents floods. Some disadvantages are it mainly decreases humans, and it is also damaging the aquatic ecosystems, and also it damages the surrounding. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Good morning. My name is Nayanika. I am from grade 7. I am here to present about my project, which is an earthquake warning alarm bell. So, we all know that it's highly impossible to survive a natural disaster. But that doesn't stop us from getting a signal or receiving a signature warnings. I have made a project that can warn us about the earthquake. Let's consider the red part of the cardboard is the earth. And then when we shake it, the nut here, which is stable every time, moves. And on the switch, we move the switch and connect the copper wire. We can hear a little bit of sound. So this works when this copper wire over here is tilted and touching to the safety pin. This is all a rotational process. Like This nut over here shaking gives the signal to the buzzer. And the buzzer is generated by the battery and battery is generated by the nut. This is all a rotational process which is controlled by the switch on and off. Thank you. Have a nice day.
My name is Ishan.
And my name is Iran.
Today we are going to show you our project on how to make a robot. As we know, the world is in a rapid state of motion. There are new inventions, new discoveries made every day. So as we are the new generation, we also need to learn about the new discoveries and inventions. Such one invention is the robot. We need to learn the robotics as it can make our life easier. Now my friend Viran will explain the difficulties and the capabilities of a robot.
The advantages of a robot are that it can work at any time. It can do multiple tasks at the same time. And it helps human beings in gathering information. The disadvantages are that it consumes a lot of power and it can be broken down. Thank you and have a great day.
Good morning, my dear parents. Today I, my Bhagyashish and my friend Hardik are going to tell about an RC car. Electronica Giocattolio invented the RC car in 1966, and the advantages of RC car are that it enhances the children awareness and special intelligence to the RC world. Disadvantages are any kids can face a problem against controlling the remote or having the first time. And this is Shweta. Where I will explain to you our project about the circulatory system. What is the main important organ in our body? Yes, it is the heart. So we have to follow our brain and heart leads to our heart. And the network supplies oxygen to our body and removes unnecessary waste products. Agiology is the study of circulatory system. William Harris has proved that the blood flows in our heart in one-way flow. The circulatory system consists of the heart, lungs, and the veins and arteries. This system, the heart, blood vessels, and blood. This system is responsible for the flow of blood and nutrients, oxygen, and other gases to all parts in our body. We actually have two circulatory systems: the pulmonary circulation, which is a short loop from the pulmonary circulation, which is a short loop from the heart to the lungs and heart, and the systematic circulation, which provides oxygen to all our body parts. The circulatory system is one of the most important organ systems in organism's physiology.
Good morning to everyone present. My name is Vaishnavi, grade 6 with my friend Ashley. So today we are going to do a demonstration on rainwater harvesting. Now my friend Aishwarya will tell about rainwater harvesting and how it takes place. Rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting is a collection of rainwater which is a complete runoff from open grounds, roof taps and etc. This water runoff can be either advantages of rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting over conserving and saving water in large amounts without any harmful chemicals or substances. Now my friend Darshan will do the project explanation. This is the collection when the rainwater falls. Here it will get filtered and it flows to the filtration tank where the filtration process occurs and it goes to the drain where we can use it for our daily needs, and this bottle is known as bottle water. Thank you.
We are sure that you will agree with us when we say that we are living in the most challenging and unpredictable times. Sanitization, social distancing, and masks have become the new normal.
Understanding the importance of sanitization, we have combined science and hygiene to create our sanitizer bubble sheet. Who doesn't love bubbles? You may have memories of blowing bubbles through a kite, maybe at the beach or at the park. Kids love chasing and popping.
Bubble shooters are typically made up of dishwashers and detergents that contain contain harmful chemicals. This is because they cannot be made up of simply soap water. We wanted to change this and started experimenting with various natural and organic ingredients. After several trials and errors, we finally are happy with our solution.
Majority of us have the components. As we bubbles, the bubbles, the sanitizer in them, the spread throughout the hands. For this machine, we have used and applied air pressure using 5 gauges.
1 minute.
Slow down the speed of these bubble drying while maintaining the high RPM of the fan.
Here's the कौन बनेगा ऑरेंज machine. Who invented the sanitizer?
Then your options are option A, Thomas Alva Edison, option B, Benjamin Franklin, option C, Luke Hernandez, and option D, Benjamin Franklin.
So considering Thomas Alva Edison invention of bulb with the electricity connected to it by Benjamin Franklin, I get the answer that it's option C.
Correct answer. Luke Hernandez is a Latina student nurse from Bakersfield, California. She invented the sanitizer in the year 1966.
So please, before leaving,
My name is Sanity, and today I'm going to show off 2 different projects. First one is the photograph. So, what is a photograph? A photograph is a photographic recording of an object that reflects the light of another object and it shows in the form of film. So, where are they usually used? They're used in military mapping. It's a very essential for them. And they're used for visualizing the patient data. It is used by medical students and surgeons. And you might not believe, but they're actually even used in movies like Iron Man and Star Wars. So, the second project is about kitchen acid test. So kitchen acid tests are usually planned when the color changes, and acids and bases can be really careful. So should be really careful with them. So acid especially with chemistry between the acids and bases. So which we usually have weak acids like metal and
Baking soda is a strong acid. Just say acids and bases, okay?
so that they're strong enough. It's the same applies to the bases except for they're really slippery. And acids and bases can be really harmful, so we don't usually do by capture of testers. We can, at home we don't usually have indicator solution, so we can use the red cabbage as an indicator. And then this is this is vinegar, and you know what acid is there? That is called acetic acid. So the color has changed, and now we see to the preheat scale, and that is 2. So it's basically acidic. And now we go with the baking soda. So as you can see, it has turned green, which is on the pH scale is 6. So it is basically neutral or acidic.